It was back in June when the Port Authority of Guam held a ribbon-cutting ceremony for its new Port Command Center, offering new security enhancements.
Part of that, and not only is it providing security surveillance for the port and port properties in Route 11, it will also control the access of who gets to go where here at the port.
And according to Port General Manager Joanne Brown, these new security enhancements not only involve a closed-circuit state TV surveillance system, but access control and secured credentialing.
And so part of that is a new card identification system that will be provided to all of our port employees and also our private companies that we work with out in the yard that will determine what location they can go to.
Similar to a transportation worker identification credential, also known as a TWIC card, which only provides access to the yard, this new identification card system will be color-coded and change the process under which personnel and private companies have access not only to the yard, but other facilities at the port.
It will also impact access to the current port admin building. All the main areas here where port personnel are operating out of will require access control to be able to get in and out of the office.
Brown adds the construction of the Port Command Center definitely elevated the level of security at the port. Aside from 9/11, Brown says it wasn't necessarily any recent incident locally to spark the change.
I think it's coming in line with the national standard for these type of facilities, because I mentioned we don't just take care of our local security issues for the Port of Guam, but also, I mean, Port of Guam is the 16th strategic port in the United States, and it's a critical operation, and certainly that's also a national security issue that we need to address as well.
She adds several of the infrastructure for the new security upgrades are already in place, with management finalizing the identification of who has access to certain areas. The complete rollout is expected before the end of the year. The total project is worth over $4 million funded through port security funds. Reporting for Guam's News Network, I'm Ken Quintaniza.